Now you could be EM and be an enterprise risk manager.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that,
that's a great point. I just real quick on that. I'm excited that you said that, Marcus, because really, like you said, EM is going to look at not only the crises that they were trained to look at, but they're going to be looking at the impacts in environmental, in operational risk. They're going to look at reputational risk. They're going to look at all these things, and there's tons and tons of different types of risk that we're connected to. And it's not on our government level, but it's also on state and federal and our external partners, our vendors, our volunteers, our public, all of that. And when we look at all of it, we can start building up public trust, which I hope we can talk about more on the 24th. But definitely there's such a great niche for emergency management and how that can marry so well with ERM.
yeah, I 100% agree, and I think but that goes also. There can be, it's kind of a catch-22, because with EM in general, the levels of responsibilities continue to expand, and as you just mentioned, yeah, there's these incorporation of being a risk manager, and it applies to so many things. But we're asking too to take on more complex problems, such as the unhoused, the homeless epidemic, and how that seems to be going into more of the EM realm now too. And but that does play right into that as far as like the risks that are there, and how do we justify not doing something versus taking action on it immediately. And I think that call to action is what's really important. But as a practitioner of emergency management, what does that mean to me to be able to, okay, I do emergency management, I learn emergency management, I do it on a daily basis. Now I got to learn a skill of risk management that in general would actually make me better at my job. So like learning those numbers, learning how to those calculations, learning how to justify my existence. And I think that's one of the areas where we struggle in emergency management right now, is justifying why we're needed and why we need to be there and why they need to have a program. And it needs to be more than other duties as assigned, more than a part-time person, more than cross your fingers and pray. Like there's got to be that level of understanding on how I justify you needing me.